Destanee Aiava, it is so great to have you on the show. Welcome to this sporting planet. I hope you've enjoyed your past couple of weeks. I know there's been a bit of a media frenzy. Where are you right now? Are you on your way somewhere to another interview?
Yeah, I'm on my way home from another one.
Okay, from maybe just a little bit of sleep then. Has it been pretty chaotic? A lot of people want to talk to you. A lot of the Australian press has certainly been interested by your story.
Yeah, it's been quite hectic. But yeah, it's what comes with I don't know, I guess doing really well. So yeah, I'm happy to speak to everyone and give my time. But yeah, I've just been trying to get back into training and prepare for my next round of tournaments.
Yeah, right. Straight back into it. Well, before we go there, let's take you back to your special performance at the AO. I suppose everyone was talking about how many times you had been to the Australian Open, never made it far past the first round, and obviously this year you did. It was your fifth time in the main draw, and you won your first Grand Slam. Just for starters, how did that feel? How was it for you in front of your home crowd?
It was amazing and something I'll remember forever. Yeah, I was really happy to get past my first round after so many tries. And yeah, to do it in front of everyone at home was really special. And yeah, the crowd was just amazing. So yeah, I was really happy with how I performed.
You said you were a little bit nervous. I guess the crowd was really on your side, but talk us through how much pressure that is in terms of your first time getting past that first round.
Yeah, I just remember trying to back myself every point, even when I was down and almost about to lose. So, yeah, I just tried to keep believing in myself and use the crowd to my advantage. And they definitely gave me more energy. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed playing in front of everyone. It was so loud, even on a smaller court. So, yeah, hopefully they can come back out again next year.
Yeah. Hey, we would love to. You be there, we'll be there. Your match was really tight as well. You had three tiebreakers with Greet Minin. How's the body feeling now? How is the mind going through all of that?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine now. I think after the match, I was really tired. So yeah, I just had to. I'm lucky. I had, I think, 2 days to recover and train for my next round against Danielle. But yeah, I'm all good now. But yeah, I just remember being more mentally tired than physically, I think.
Yeah, certainly. And you touched on just earlier the crowd being very much on your side. We're a bit parochial in Australia. I think that's okay. But certainly there was a lot said about the crowd, especially in your match against Danielle. Did you think that all of it was fair in terms of how they treated Danielle?
From what I remember during the match, I thought it was quite fair. I do know there was some hecklers in between her serves, which I feel like is to be expected, especially playing someone from the home country of a Grand Slam. But I did during the match. I did hear her own supporters as well after every point that I lost. Um, but yeah, I thought during the match it was not even, but I feel like she did have support there. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear any heckling towards myself, but she, must have heard some negative comments or something, and yeah, just reacted the way she did. But there's no bad blood. She was really nice to me at the net, and yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess that there's been a lot said since, and I think that probably taken out of context, the media is able to go on and on now about things and kind of overanalyze. But there's been a lot said about her post-match interview, and she's going to go have a payday. I mean, the pay is a big deal in getting that far in the AO. Did you think? What did you think of her reaction in the post-match?
Um, I watched it and I didn't really feel any negativity towards it. I feel like she's always, being her authentic self, and that's something that I always promote is just being true to yourself. And um, I mean, it is a lot of money. It's really great help. I'm just gonna, use mine to invest in my own career, and if there is a chance for a small holiday, then yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, can't really blame her for wanting to go to the Bahamas. I think it was. I'm not sure, and go on those big boats, but yeah, I'm sure she'll
Yeah.
enjoy herself, and she deserves every cent that she gets.
I think she said she's gonna go on a boat party, so no boat parties in the near future for you. Maybe the next one.
Yeah, no, I'm not good on boats, so I'll stay on the land.
We'll stay on the land. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so I guess you've talked about this a lot, and it came up in the Open final. Madison Keys played outstanding. She attributed a lot of that, her resilience and her win after so many years, to mental strength. And I think you've spoken a bit about how mental resilience and that mental side of things has been so crucial for you and your recent success. Yeah, talk to us about how important that is and what you do in your training to prepare mentally.
Um, yeah, I feel like tennis is a mental game. It doesn't really matter how well you can hit the ball. Um, on the day, everyone is equal. So yeah, it's training off court mentally. It's really important, especially working on how you handle certain situations during matches and bouncing back after losing points, and also dealing with losses is important as well. So yeah, the mental side of the game is probably the most important thing to work on, and it's something that I've been working on for years. Just implementing different things like, I don't know, meditation. I don't really do much of it, but that is really important to a lot of people, especially in tennis. So yeah, I think it's always something that can definitely be improved.
And Madison Keys, I mean, did you watch the final? What did you think of that match?
Yeah, I watched most of it. I thought it was a really good high quality level from both girls. It was just unfortunate that one of them had to lose. I love them both. But yeah, I feel like Maddie really deserves this win, and she's such an amazing player, and I'm sure there's more to come for her, and also Arena.
Yeah, certainly, and maybe you'll get to face off with one of them. We hope so in a final. And therapy, she mentioned, was such an important part of that win. You have been open about mental health struggles in the past. For those who don't know, can you just briefly walk us back into some of the darker times that you've had and how you've come back from that?
Yeah, so I've also always struggled with my mental health growing up. But I was just fortunate enough to go and get help and get diagnosed with BPD. So, yeah, it's always something that I'm dealing with every day. And especially in tennis, it is really tough because it is so lonely. But yeah, I think therapy is amazing, and everyone should go do it, I guess, even if they are, happy. Um, yeah, I feel like it's really important, especially off the court as well. For me, if I'm happy off court, then my results will show on court. But yeah, I really do hope a lot of athletes are more open with their mental health. Yeah, I just believe it can help a lot of other people.
Thank you for being so honest with your personal mental health challenges. I know it's been a massive part, and obviously, being open with them has really helped you, and I think it will help a lot of tennis players, so and a lot of athletes generally. So I really appreciate you being so open there. Um, we mentioned, I guess, pay and Danielle Collins coming away with the payday. That's a big deal, and I think it's probably an underrated part of getting through to the main draw is you get a big payday, right? So I think a lot of people don't realize how hard it can be when you're on tour and not getting through to the top rounds and you are paying your way. How difficult is that for you? Where does your paycheck go to? Obviously, you said you'll invest it back into tennis. So just give us an insight into how it's distributed.
So we have to pay for our own accommodation and flights and equipment and food and coaches and everything. So yeah, I feel like tennis is one of the most expensive sports in the world. Um, and especially in the lower level, you're not getting as much prize money as you'd like. So we really have to, spend it wisely, and most of the time find the cheapest hotel. Sometimes it is a hostel. Cheapest flights traveling by train or bus sometimes. So yeah, for me, I'll just have to use my prize money just to, be able to bring someone over with me and help out. And yeah, so my prize money will pretty much go back into my tennis and use it for funding for whatever I need for my travels this year.
Yeah, so it's not an easy life. I think a lot of people assume it's high flying and you're in private jets, and that is the top 1%, right? The rest of you are very much grinding and kind of fighting for every. So I think probably in a way it's deserved for some players to celebrate that they, you know, get a payday. And if you choose to spend it on a boat party, so be it. Hopefully, she'll invest it back into tennis as well. Um, so let's pivot a little bit now because I think everyone really fell in love with your story, obviously because of your success and everything we've spoken about, but the outfits. Talk to me about the outfits. Where did that idea come from? How did you think I'm going to start looking around on eBay and Marketplace and see what kind of vintage tennis clothes I can get? Where'd that start?
Um, I don't know. I bought them a couple months before I started AO. I just was looking at old tennis pictures of I think Serena and Maria Sharapova. And yeah, I just really wanted to find the old dresses that they were wearing because no one else was wearing them anymore. So yeah, I thought I don't know, it would be something nice and cool to wear on court for my tournaments. So yeah, I bought a couple and then decided I was going to wear it for my qualifying matches. And yeah, it suddenly got picked up and everyone was recognizing the outfits I was wearing. So yeah, it was really exciting and watching everyone trying to suss out what I was going to wear for my next matches. Yeah, it was really fun.
But okay, so I don't know how you came across it, but were you just scrolling on Google and the algorithm picked up an old outfit from a former champion? Like, how does that kind of happen? You went out looking for it. Have you always been into fashion?
Yeah, I went out on mostly eBay and I just typed in Maria Sharapova dress or Serena Williams tennis dress. And then yeah, fortunately enough, people were selling their dresses that they had kept for years. So yeah, I was lucky to be able to pick them up. And yeah, I've always loved fashion. It's a massive part of my life. Yeah, I feel like if I'm wearing something that I really love on court, then I'll play better. But yeah, I do love my fashion. So yeah, that's probably where it came from, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, if you could have any dress from any former tennis player, current, what would you? Is there one you've got your eye on?
Yes, it's a Maria Sharapova one. Um, It's kind of like a purpley pink one. It's got so many different colors on it, but yeah, it's just like it's a very old one. I don't know exactly what year, but yeah, I do know that it's mostly purple.
Okay, so if anyone listening finds the Maria Sharapova purpley pink dress, please get in touch. We will try to get it to Destiny, and hopefully you can be wearing it for your next Grand Slam appearance. Um, in terms of what you were obviously making comment about the fashion of the Australian Open. It is often talked about more than even the play, and you had a comment that you'd not had a sponsor for your outfits. Have you had any success there since, given the spotlight you've been given?
um, no, but that's fine. I'm honestly still happy to wear whatever I want. I don't like to wear the same thing as everyone else. So yeah, I'm honestly not too fussed that I haven't picked up a sponsor yet. So yeah, it's just more freedom for me to find more vintage dresses, I guess.
Yeah, I guess because you previously, when you were younger, I mean, not many people might know this, but you've played tennis since you were a child and you were really a star. At 14 years old, Nike was sponsoring you and everyone wanted a piece of you. So when did that start to go quiet? And do you think it was longer than expected for people for you to reach the spotlight that they wanted? Is there an expectation that you immediately hit the big time when you're 14, 15 years old?
Yeah, I think I maybe didn't have the success that people were expecting me to have as fast as they wanted to, and then yeah, obviously you get dropped from sponsors and everything, and then you have to do it all on your own, which for me, I think it was a good thing. It allowed me to find myself and figure out what I wanted with my tennis. But yeah, I'm just glad I kind of have found my way back on my own. And um, yeah, it was really nice to be sponsored by so many people back then. Um, but I feel like it happens a lot with a lot of people as well. Once you start succeeding, everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon, and then you do something wrong or you start losing, and you're not performing as well for whatever reason. Everyone wants to hop off the bandwagon again, but yeah, it's just what comes with the sport, I feel.
So, are you prepared, I guess, this time, now that you've had a little bit of spotlight for people who are jumping on the bandwagon after your outfits and the Australian Open, when tennis fades a little bit in our collective awareness in Australia, are you now prepared for that to happen again?
Yeah, I'm used to it now. It doesn't really bother me anymore. Um, yeah, the people closest to me know the ins and outs and of how hard I work. And for me, it's mainly my family and friends that support me. Everyone else, it's amazing, and I love the support I'm getting, and I'm super grateful for it. But yeah, I'm ready for everyone to, forget or hop off whenever they want. It's fine with me.
Let's just talk about the Australian Open generally. Obviously, it is the big Grand Slam for Australians. It's summer in Melbourne. It's the greatest time of the year for a lot of sports fans. What were your impressions of the tournament, making it as far as you did? How much of an impact and a great feeling does it give you being part of all of that?
Yeah, it's the best tournament in the world, I think, and a lot of players always say the same thing. It's their favorite slam. They look after the players so well, and it's always really nice to play at home. Especially, we don't get much of an opportunity to play in front of an Australian crowd because we're away so much of the year. So yeah, I had an amazing experience as always at AO, and yeah, there's no doubt that I think they'll, I don't know, improve for next year, and it'll be even more amazing. But yeah, our crowds are just always so great to play in front of, and yeah, I already can't wait for next year.
What's next? Where are you off to? Next interview or just home and then sleep? But what is next in the longer term? What are you training for?
Yeah, I'm just gonna head to Brisbane, and then I'll head off to Europe for I think 2 months or something, and then I'll come back home for a couple weeks, and then I'll head off to the French Open. And yeah, so I'll probably be away for maybe 6 months of the year, and mostly in Europe.
Do you have any sort of routines or habits that you like to keep when you're traveling to keep you grounded or good luck or any find the best coffee sort of routines you like to go through?
Not really. I just try to stay connected to my people back home a lot. I do try to get out for a day and explore the city that I'm in for that week, which has been really fun. I did last year, but yeah, routines not really. I'm not a coffee drinker either, so yeah, I don't know. I maybe find some good cafes to eat at, but other than that, yeah, it's mainly just me and watching my favorite shows or movies in the hotel room.
Yeah, I love that. And do you have any favorite shows that you're into right now? What are you binging?
Yeah, I always go back to my favorite, which is Gossip Girl.
I've actually been back into the OC recently. If you've ever
Okay.
watched the OC, I absolutely love that. It's a good reflection back to my 90s and early 2000 childhood. But finally, I mean, I was going to cover this earlier, but I think it's a really nice way to finish is that you are such an inspiration for a lot of young girls who are from a Pacific Island background. I know you're very proud of that. Just speak to us about how much that means to you, a little bit about your heritage for those who don't know.
Yeah, it does mean a lot. Being a Samoan Australian and seeing so many Samoan flags out during my matches, and a lot of the little girls wanting to get into their first tennis lesson as well after watching my games. It means the world, and I'm just so happy that I could be one of I don't know, their role models to look at, especially in tennis when they don't see anyone else in their lessons that look like them. I'm just happy to be the one that they can look to and hopefully strive for more and I don't know, maybe be better than I than I am at tennis one day. And yeah, I it's just really amazing to see so much support from the Pacifica community as well. So yeah, it's been amazing, and I'm so grateful for everyone who even turned up to my matches from not even watching a tennis match in their life. So yeah, it's really great.
Well, we loved watching you. We loved supporting you. And to all the little girls out there watching, you can look like Destiny and be an absolute star. And you could look like anyone, really, as long as you set your mind to it. Thank you, Destiny, so much for spending some time with this sporting planet.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.